All right, guys, welcome back to the joint. We are on air with World of Baseball reporter, MLB reporter Julian Golardi. I got him on. I know the last episode I said he wasn't going to be on, but he is on. He's making time for us today. He is down in Florida in the Grapefruit League covering baseball. As usual, he's met some players. I'm jealous. Julian, how is it down there in Florida?
It's great, man, and it's cool that we could do the crossover with the Cactus League. I talked about Justin Verlander earlier with the Tigers camp, so I'm switching some gears, doing Detroit stuff as I did at the end of last year. And then a guy I met in the Arizona Fall League, actually, the Tigers' top prospect, I interviewed today as well. He remembered seeing me out there, so he gave me a few minutes. That was good. So that'll come out later this week or whatever. But I'm excited for this guy. And you were talking about prospects. He's one I'll bring up later. And then there was another Tigers prospect too that I like. So yeah, I have a few good guys for you to watch. But I know
Is
we want to get
Julian
into some
Velarde
labor
saying the
stuff.
Tigers are going to the World Series?
It's possible. I wouldn't count it out.
This is crazy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it sounds like you're having a good time, and it is great that we can do the crossover with the Cactus League. Obviously, I'm in Arizona. You guys know. I'm going to try to see some spring training games. Hey, come down here. We've got all of everybody here too. Grapefruit League isn't just it. Come. Julian's seen some of the stadiums out here in the Cactus League, and they're pretty good. Julian, what was your favorite stadium?
My favorite one's definitely Salt River, the one that Arenado cracked the homer at today. The D-backs and Rockies joint sharing in Scottsdale. So that was my coolest one that I saw out there. I know we looked at the Brewers one a little bit, and then I saw the Giants one, which wasn't my favorite one really. But
That Chase security guy was cool.
yeah, right. But no, I mean it's fun. I'm jealous of the Arizona setup because everything's closer. In Florida, it's like everything's so far away. Like I gotta hit Steinbrenner. It's
Wow.
like 40 minutes away tomorrow. So like that's
So
not the
what are they
best.
doing? What are they? Let me ask before we get into depth because this is a big thing. I know I'm trying
Yeah,
to
it's
do it in
huge.
30 minutes for you. Julian's busy, everybody, but I obviously covering
We
everything. But the thing is what are they doing about Tropicana and the Tampa Bay Rays and like that's their technically that's their stadium
yeah,
right now. So what's
yeah.
going on
Okay, well there is some good news with that. It's kind of like it is back. They will be playing there this year. The
again?
design, yes, no, they're gonna go back to the Trop. Yeah, they're going back.
Oh, they're going back to the Trop. Okay.
Yes, they're going back to the Trop. No sign running for them this year. They did remake it. It looks like a circus, even more so than usual, but it is remade. The design is not the prettiest thing in the world on the inside, but it's there.
Do they still have the dome?
Yeah, it's still a dome. Like the way they did it is like really interesting. But
I'll probably pull up, guys. We'll probably pull up a image if
I
Julian
could
gives
get
me
it.
that
Maybe yeah. Let me. I
image.
could probably do that, but yeah, so like there's a lot of fun stuff we're gonna get into. I can give you more than 30 since the night's kind of over. Like if this can be a little more extensive because
Well,
like
like I
lockout
said, it's
stuff.
going to be March Madness, guys, but not the March
Yes.
Madness basketball. March Madness baseball. We're going to get Julian
Yeah.
on in March. I don't know what the day is yet. I think we're going for Wednesdays.
Yeah.
He'll
Looking
update
with
us
that.
every Wednesday about what's going on in the Grapefruit League. Obviously, he'll be watching the Cactus League too a little bit. But this is our baseball guy, Julian Golardi. Glad to have him back, friend of the program. Julian, I have to tell you though, while you're a friend of the program, it doesn't seem like the MLB is in good hands right now. Things seem to be going a little awry. And when I mean awry, I mean there might be no baseball in 2027. And I think it's because of selfishness. Julian, Tony Clark, skinny, tall guy. Remember him with the Mets at the end of his career?
Yeah.
He was I think he was with the Tigers too
Yeah.
at
D
some
backs,
point.
Yankees. He's had a few squads. He was an alright
He
player.
was the representative for the Players Association.
He
He
was.
stepped down due to a gambling scandal, it seems like.
And there's also another layer to it too that's even worse, actually.
Well, I'll let you cover that. But
Yeah.
Julian, how what is the state of the MLB right now?
Okay, I'm really worried about 27, but I really want to do everything I can to enjoy 26 because, like, I don't know what's really going to go down. Bruce Myers steps in and he's a strong head. He doesn't want a cap, which is going to be a big sticking point, like the cap versus no cap and everything else. And then the thing with Tony Clark is that he also had an affair with his sister in law as well that was working on the PA or something. So this gets even crazier than we thought. Like, it's absolutely madness out here. And we're not even in February yet. I don't know what to call it. Let's call it February frantic or something like that. Or like, it's just absolutely wild what took place. I think I was on my way down here. Like, it was like I saw all the stuff on my phone. I was like, "There's no way this is real life right now." Like Clark resigning was a little surprising, but then the second layer on top of that, I was just like, "Oh, well, okay."
I was like, I had to get you on the program today. I had to get you on the program today because I told you this, and you said, "Oh, I thought we weren't doing this until March," and I'm like,
Yeah, I
"Dude,
didn't know. I didn't know.
this sounds deeper. We got to get
Yeah, yeah.
on. I need the inside scoop. This sounds like a Jerry Springer episode."
I actually have to tell you that I haven't talked about it this much yet, so you're actually getting this for anyone else. Like I haven't even done like a big sting on it yet. Like I'm gonna go into more detail than I have in previous episodes. Like I've hinted at it, like it's not great, but I've like kind of pushed it to the side because like I
Wait,
want to
wait, wait.
focus on baseball
Was
topics.
the joint was the head of Julian Gallardi joint, bro?
Yeah, but I'm about to give more stuff than I've given on my own platforms about this. So you wanted me as a baseball guy, you're getting first-hand insight here.
Guys, once again, this is Julian Gallardi with worldbaseball.com that I'm talking to. We are talking about what the potential of the MLB. You've heard me in the previous episode. I told you not to watch it, so you haven't heard my opinion about it.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
in the
watch.
previous episode before this, episode 12, uh, is about my opinion about getting a salary cap. We talked about it together when you were here in Arizona
Yeah.
with worldofbaseball.com. And I need to hear your opinion about this what it so they go with Bruce Meyer, right?
Yeah,
Bruce Meyer.
that's the
And
guy.
he is a staunch. He is a guy that's like, I hate the owners. I don't like the owners. I'm never gonna like the owners. I don't give a about the owners. Julian, what is gonna be the state? Like where are we at right now? Are we
Okay.
gonna get a cap? Are we not? Are they willing to just end baseball?
It's dicey, dicey, dicey. I mean, he's 64. He's been in the sports law world for 30 years. He was in the PA in 2018, and he actually helped them through the last situation in 2022 and the 2021 stretch. Like, it was a 99-day lockout the last time they had to deal with this. And then there was also a pandemic issue in 2020. So unfortunately, this has all been coming to a head for the last 6 to 7 years, which is absolutely crazy because I don't know where the time has gone. I guess more towards like six at this point, but it's going to end up in a 7 year stretch if you look at 2020 and then going into 2016 and then 27 next year. So
So
he's
it just
also
seems like we're kicking the can down the road.
exactly like I knew it was coming. It's very unfortunate, and I can't say I'm happy about it. And we're here, and it's uglier than you could have thought possibly. And Meyer was also with the NHLPA, and they actually did end up losing some time, I think. So he was part of that. So that makes you worry a little bit. But I just know a couple things are on the line. Obviously, the owners also are taking out a fund, which makes me nervous. Like they have a $75 million security thing that they've kind of used to save over this time in case something like this happens. So that makes me think they're bracing for the worst. That's not a great thing to hear. The one saving grace we have is our boy Jeff Passan doesn't think there'll be a serious lockout, so I'll trust him on that because he's really good at what he does. But there's still a lot of complications to get baseball in 27 because you have such a wide disparity of the top, the bottom. Like who wants the cap, who doesn't want the cap? The deferred payments, like are the contracts too much? Like is there enough parity? Like all this stuff is all relevant and the game's doing great ratings wise. Like people are still locked in. We're growing globally with the WBC coming up too. So it's really upsetting that this is all happening now because I actually think the arrow's really going up for baseball. But like this will make it go back
Right.
down again, like we've seen in '94. Like you lived through that more than I did, and that was really upsetting to me. Even just learning about it as I got older and like how it kind of destroyed the Expos as well, basically. Because like the Expos could have won the World Series that year, and you probably still have baseball in Montreal because they were the best team that year. You never know what could happen, but they were the best team that year.
We
And
watched the
also,
documentary.
I did watch the documentary. I did a deep dive. I did learn a lot of stuff with that. And the Yankees were the best in the AL that year too. So it would have been really crazy if it was like Yankees Expos that year, and then Donnie Baseball maybe gets to the World Series. So like a lot of things got messed up with that. So you hope it doesn't happen again because like if you lose the game now, it's like really tough because people have so many other things to do today. Like back then, there wasn't as many other options as for things to do for entertainment purposes
Well,
or
that's what
whatever.
I'm saying. It's like, baseball was on the up and up. I thought baseball was on the up and up. I'm an NFL guy. This is
Yeah,
more of an NFL channel. It's just kind of turned into that. But like,
I
I
hear you.
thought baseball was on the up and up. You had to beg me to go to the Diamondbacks game, and then I had a
I,
real great time. I didn't
yeah,
want
I
to
remember
go.
we had
That
to
was
pull your
turned
arm
up.
with me and Chris, and then you're like, all right, I'll do it, and then you're like, oh wow, this is actually cool. But yeah, no, because I know you still like baseball. You were just a little turned off by it for a little while. Like I
Well,
know you
that's and
still like ball. I know
that's
you
why
still
I
like
bring on.
ball though.
That's why I bring into my next topic is the casual fan. I was a fan. Now I'm the
Yeah,
casual fan.
yeah,
So, and I was kind of coming back because
yeah.
of the pitch monitor. That I didn't like it at first, but now I like it because
The
there's a
pitch
lot of
clock. Yeah,
BS that goes on with the pitcher going around the mound, and me being a former pitcher, you don't need to be doing all of that. Like we need to get this
yeah.
game going. Like
I
let's get the
wasn't a
show on the
fan at
road.
first, but like I've adapted to it as well because like I like going to the games and having a good time and spending a lot of time there. But like when you're not a fan, you shift towards work mode. You don't mind the shorter games sometimes because it just makes things a little bit easier. But not to say I don't want quick games all the time when I'm working because like I'll still enjoy a long game of work sometimes
So
depending
my
on the
point is,
situation.
you said you're on. I need to know what side you're on.
Okay.
You haven't watched episode 12. Once again, watch episode 12. Change up at the joint. We are with Julian Gallardi. He has not seen episode 12, so he has no idea what my opinion is about this. So here we go, real time reaction. Julian, I think there should be a cap. These players are not NFL players, and the NFL has a cap. These players are being paid this much money to hit a baseball at 90 something miles an hour. Okay, yeah, whatever. But by the way, NFL players are putting their bodies on the line, definitely
Yeah.
more than MLB. And there's a cap there. These people
Yeah.
think they deserve no cap and that it can just keep going up and up and up. And they show up in a uniform and do. I'm sorry, maybe I'm diminishing it, but am I missing something here? There
It's
should
like
be a cap. This
I,
is getting outrageous. This is getting the price cap, the money that a catcher makes, another team could put towards that. We're seeing the Dodgers win every because they could just spend.
yeah.
Can I just see another team in the World Series? Can I see another? No, it's so predictable. It's crazy. I'm outraged by it. That's my thought. Go ahead, Julian.
It's like a thing. I see your side. I'm still on the player's side here, and I'll explain why. It's because like they play 162. Like that's a daunting schedule they have, and like they're playing all the time. Like they only have a few months off. Like it's like it's a full time job. I mean, football obviously too. You train a lot in the off season. It's only 16 games. I think it's like we're at 17 now. I guess, and like 20 if you go to the bowl.
17
But
now,
like,
we're probably
yeah. So like, I get it. Like it's more physically taxing, but baseball doesn't come without risk. Like we've seen guys have career injuries that end them. Like Chris Bryant might never play again. Like outfielders could get banged up against the wall. You can hit by a pitch, a line drive in the wrong spot. Not as risky as football. I get it, but it's not like there's no risk of putting on a uni, stepping in the box, or like being in the field and pitching. Like there are some elements of danger when you play ball. So I mean, it's not as risky as football, no. But like crazy things happen on the field sometimes, and I do understand. I do have to say I agree with the issue of disparity of like the Dodgers being up here and like the Marlins down there, for instance. But like at the same time, to me, it's like I do want a salary floor, but with that comes a cap. So like there might have to be some type of concession. Like, is there a way to make it better for everyone that's not like a hard cap? Like, do you make it more penalties so they don't go over? Because obviously the penalties now aren't harsh enough. So because people are still going over. So do you just
Right.
make it like so much like bad things happen that they just won't go over anymore? Like maybe you take away more draft picks, like you just take away like extra signing money for international players, like you just have to like really ding them and make it hurt. Like if you want to like put a number out there, maybe so they won't go over it as much. I mean,
I mean, you look at NFL, the bidding war that goes on in the NFL right now with
yeah,
free agency. There's bidding. There's real bidding. People
yeah.
have to decide: do I want to win a title or do I want to take the money? There's real bidding. It
There,
actually is
yeah.
like there's a conversation to be had with baseball. It seems like I'll just take the money. Like I don't care.
Well, yeah.
It does not seem like it's about hometown or franchise. It just seems like they're offering me the most. Can you match it? Nope. Bye bye. Going
Well,
out the other way.
I will say this, like there is some bidding, but it's not like the NFL where you probably don't have as many teams involved. Like the Yankees and Mets had a huge battle for Juan Soto. Like that was a legitimate bid and argument that they both had that went back and forth, and that's how his contract got so crazy. Even with Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz this year, the Mets were battling the Dodgers. They lost both
Yeah.
times, but they were bidding against the Dodgers in theory. So there are some bidding wars. It's probably not as much as the NFL because like there's only a few teams that can go to that level. Like the NFL probably has more teams that can go to the high levels just because like they have more flexibility. So like the
But they
Yankees
also
get
have
into
a
bit.
cap. But they also
Yes,
have a
they do.
cap. So
The
how are you
problem
so
with
against the cap?
Well, the point is like, how do you what do you do with with the contracts that are already in there with the teams over the cap? Like, how do you fix that? Like, that's the biggest issue in making one for me. Like, I don't know how you do that. Like, do you just grandfather those contracts in, and then like after they expire, do you
You just
start to
do
have to get
back
them
pay.
back under? Like, do
Back pay.
you would prorate it?
Yeah. That's what I do.
Maybe. I mean, the Dodgers and the deferments are an issue, though. So I don't want to. I kind of want to get away from the deferments. Like, if that's one thing I would like to see cut, like, just it has to be up front. Like, there shouldn't be any deferrals involved. Like, just put the money up front.
Okay.
Like, that's one thing I would cut immediately if I was able to. Because the deferrals is really where the Dodgers are getting over, if you think about it. Because they have so much money deferred. It's like $2 billion, I think, is deferred or something
Oh
ridiculous.
wow. Well, because they have a financial firm behind them. That's what I've
Yes, they
learned. They have
also have an advantage with their TV network because they somehow got some crazy deal where they don't have to pay as much for the rights or something. Like, because they were struggling back in the day, like in the 2010s and like early 10s, like they weren't quite as good and like things were kind of going the wrong way. So like they got some kind of weird deal, and then like Otani is like a cheat code with the Japanese market too, so they get all that extra money, and then Yamamoto joins him and Sasaki and like all this other stuff. So it's like I wouldn't be against the cap under the right circumstances. Maybe it's just hard to like adjust for the teams over it, and like I need a floor too because like the teams could spend more. Like the Guards, the Pirates, the Marlins, Angels and Rockies like spend a decent amount. They just spend poorly. Let's say a team like
So you're
trying
saying
to
that like an owner that's notorious, the the Pittsburgh Pirates owner,
yeah,
who has been notoriously known as cheap, and
yes,
they have said sell the team because he won't.
yes.
You're saying that owners need to be there needs to be a penalty for owners that are not putting,
Yes.
going up to the
Yes,
standard.
and they have them, but they're not enough. Like the A's started spending money because they were getting threatened because they weren't spending enough, and they're moving to Vegas. So like they started spending a little bit more. The Marlins are trying to. I still don't even know if they met the number. Those are like some examples right there. And I look across other teams like in these divisions, like the Rays, Tampa Bay Rays, perfect example. But they're getting
Yep.
new ownership, so maybe they'll start to fix that. But they don't spend nothing. And like they trade all their guys when they're gonna start making money, basically. So like
Mhm.
it's hard to win that way because you can only
It
rely on
just it, it,
prospects
it
for so
turns
much.
baseball off for me because it's like you're watching a major league team versus a minor league team.
It feels
You
like two
don't even
different
know if
sports
that guy's going to
sometimes.
be
Yeah,
back on the roster next week. Like that's
yeah,
kind of how. Am I right here? Because I'm
A little
not.
bit,
I'm not.
yeah.
That's what turned me off for baseball. Like
Well,
you're
yeah.
Boston going up against the Marlins or something. It's going to be a slot. It's going to be
Yeah.
a slaughter.
The only thing is like over 162 weird stuff happens and sometimes you'll get some upsets, but like overall like in a series and those teams are mostly done. Yeah, if it gets to that point, like you look at that situation and I definitely could see some good points there. And then you look through some other tiers, like the teams that are in the middle are kind of like okay, threatening it a little bit. Like,
So
are they in? Are they out? Like,
not not to interrupt you, but your final thought. Final thought. You're not for the cap, but if you're not for the cap, then what are you for? Just give me in 2 minutes. Give me your
okay,
scenario.
all right, so I want to get rid of the deferred payments. I definitely would like to do that, but the issue is the Dodgers have so many of them. So how would you fix that now? It'd have to be like going forward, I guess. I want some type of salary floor. I mean, if you want to do a cap, like I would be in for like a soft, harder cap if that makes sense. Like let's say 350 million for something. I'm just gonna spitball a random number here. If you go over 350, you got crazy penalties that like hurt all your draft picks. Like let's take away first round draft picks. Like let's take away a lot of international money. Like to make it really hurt if they go over instead of like second and fifth rounders. Like who cares about that? Like, who cares about like fractions of money? Like, make it really hurt if they're gonna
Hmm.
go over a certain number, maybe. Then that would probably stop. It wouldn't be like a hard cap. It wouldn't be like a strict cap. It'll be like a you really don't want to go over this cap in more of a sense than it is now. Like Steve Cohen doesn't care. He goes over it too. And you actually have to pay double the amount of money once you go over it, and that's still not stopping these teams, which is nuts. So maybe you make it an even higher number, like triple, like quadruple, like get like crazy on it if you really want to get wild. Like
I didn't know that. I didn't know
I'm
that. That's crazy.
yeah. So the Yankees, Dodgers, Phillies, Blue Jays, and Mets are all over that tax. They're all paying double once they go over like I think it's like 310 ish now, something like that.
So like the owners are basically just I don't fucking care.
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
Like yeah, slap another two
That's
million
what's
down on
happening with
it.
the Dodgers going and Hal Steinbrenner to a lesser extent. He doesn't go crazy, quite as crazy as they do. He's because he's not his father. Like George wouldn't care. He would go all in, obviously.
George always went in.
He would have won. He would have been like triple
Rest
or
in peace.
quadruple me. I
George
just
would
want to win
always.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the problem is, I was gonna say like these teams like the Guardians, like the Guardians had a fluky run last year to make the playoffs, and they're only paying one guy really, and he's like the franchise icon, Jose Ramirez, and he's taking discounts to play for them. He's making like 30 million a year, but he's like he could get like 40 to 50 if he's on the open market easily because he's one of the best players and underrated players in the game. Like he's a five-tool player. And a lot of people don't know about him because he plays with Cleveland. Defense, speed, power, contact, all of it. Third baseman, and he's taking two team-friendly deals because he wants to be loyal to them and stay there. And the Guardians don't dish out money, but they have the potential to be good. Like that's a team that bothers me because like they have a good foundational pieces. Like they have good pitching data. Like they get a lot out of the guys you wouldn't expect, kind of like Tampa Bay. But like if those teams are just willing to look a little bit more, then they could start winning more consistently. And it's just like those are the things that kind of
Eh,
bother me.
mm, I grew up when the Cleveland Indians. It was the Cleveland Indians at some point. So just so for
Yeah,
the
no, yeah,
youngins,
right, yeah,
it
no,
was
I,
Cleveland Indians. I'm
yeah, I
just
don't want
letting
to
you guys
offend
know. It's now
anyone,
the
but it is,
Guardians.
yeah, I don't mind saying the Indians. Like I'm cool with it, but I don't want anyone to
But
take it the wrong way.
they didn't spend money when they were. I mean, they made two, three baseball movies out of it. Major League One, Major League Two. They were not known as big spenders. So when you came to me and you told me they're big time spenders now, I'm like, did
Yeah,
they
not,
save all the money? Is
yeah,
that what
not,
it was? Like,
yeah,
what did they
Cleveland.
become?
Yeah, Cleveland. No, they're not. That's the issue. They're not like they're still small, but like they did try. They had some runs. They made the world. They did make the World Series against the Cubs, but they lost. Like they were spending more. Now it's gone like lower. Like they're not even spending like 100 million. And it's like
Oh
Cleveland's
wow.
not a small market. Like it's a mid market to me. But I guess they view it as small. Like the guy has money too. Like it's just like. I don't know why he doesn't feel like spending. Like the fans show up. Like they have good fans. It's not an issue of fans not going either. Like they'll go.
Okay,
But
so the
like
fans are going.
the Cleveland fans are going. I mean, they did make the playoffs last year, but it's just like sometimes I'm sure it gets wavery because they're disgusted with the team. But I have to see it where they rank in attendance. But in the meantime, I could show you the circus at Tropicana Field. I did find the image of
You
it if you
found the
want to
image.
see it. I did
Okay.
find it. Yeah,
Okay. So
attendance
yeah,
ranks
because
would be a
I
nice reference point.
You can show it right now, or are we
Well, I'm
showing
gonna
through
do.
it?
We're gonna do the circus now, and then we get the attendance points. So here's the circus at the Tropicana Field. That's what they made it look like. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh my god! I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
What?
it's
What
not
in the
great.
holy hell is going on? Are we going to Circus Olay? Is this
I
circus? Like you said, is this Circus Olay? Like
the
that's
crazy
the.
thing is, yeah.
You
Oh
know
my
what the
god,
crazy thing is though? When I look at that image,
it's
thank you for
rough.
putting that up, by the way. Appreciate you,
Yeah,
Julian.
no
Once again,
problem.
Julian Gallardi from worldofbaseball.com just put up an image of what Tropicana Field looks like coming. They are going to be back at the field, so no George Steinbrenner Stadium for them this year. But is this what it's come to? They're going to keep those colors. They can't even do their own colors, like those orange stripes. You can't even do like Rays. What if I was to walk into the stadium? I'd say, who am I playing for?
Yeah,
There's nothing about this stadium that says right. Even the signs. There's nothing that says Rays. It.
yeah, it's
Who am
like
I?
yeah, this little. I think there's a little thing that little Instagram tag is blocking that says TB on it, but it's not like a lot. Like you go to the right field, it might say some race
It
stuff. Like
says TB.
yeah, exactly, bro. Like,
And,
and I sent a message to this to a friend, and they're like, "Oh, it looks okay." I'm like, "It looks like a circus." And they're like, "Oh yeah, you're right." I'm like, "Yeah." Like they didn't look at it properly the first time. I'm like, "No, like look at it again." I'm like, "This is not looking all right to me." I'm like, "I don't know what's going on here."
this is
And I
bad.
thought it looked
Okay,
like a
so
circus before they even did
look.
this.
I mean, I, I,
It actually used to
I'll
host
edit.
circuses too.
Hey,
If you want to get
hold
really
on,
funny with
hold on.
this.
When I chop this up, I'll edit. I'll edit this part real quick.
Oh, okay.
Um, I like our conversation, so I wanna divert a little bit. This is good.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay, you
break this
could.
down into episodes. Just letting you know.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
we could do. Yeah, go
so,
ahead.
but look at this here. This is like the Coke sign is bigger than TB. Where am I playing? Like, and by the way, and by the way, and by the way, why do they need a dome? It's Florida.
I think it's because of rains and like the hurricane issues they've had. Like it rains a lot in Florida. I
Well, the
think that's the only
hurricane didn't
reason.
seem to fix it the last time. That seemed to
No,
be a
that's
problem.
yeah, it's deterred them anyway. I mean, the Marlins have a retractable. At least retractable would be cool. Like, why can't they get a retractable? Like, that's why they need a new stadium. Point blank period. They gotta get out of this dump. They need a new stadium. It's been overdue for years. They've tried a few plans. None of them have worked. The latest one might actually work in like 30 or 31. Hopefully, I'm not fully sure yet, but the new ownership seems to want to get it done. So
Julian,
hopefully it happens.
in your mind, well, there's new ownership because the other ownership had to get out. They were
Yeah,
like, man,
they
we're
were
not
a
paying for this
disaster
anymore.
class.
And
Yeah.
so, in your mind, with baseball, do you feel that there's an attraction in Tampa Bay to baseball? Because in my memory, there's a lot of things to when there's a lot of things to do in a town, such as LA. You know, when there's a lot of things to Oakland kind of fell victim to that. When there's a lot of other things to do than go
Yeah.
to a baseball game, it doesn't seem like those franchises are successful. So tell me, in your mind, is this real? Should Tampa Bay become the new Montreal Expos?
It's been mentioned a lot, honestly. It's not something. It's a very interesting thought, and like there was one thing that I thought was crazy. I don't know if you ever heard this. They were gonna split a season one time into 40 games in Montreal and 40 in Tampa Bay. I was like, no, don't do that. I'm like, you pick one, and then that obviously never happened. Like they proposed that idea. I'm like, no, like absolutely not. Like you're
Well,
not
because the
splitting a
owner didn't
season.
the owner buy the Marlins, or he had a he bought another franchise while he had the Expos, I believe
Yeah,
now.
what
I
happened
mentioned
was like the Loria thing. Yeah, like he was kind of switching out of like Montreal to go to Miami and stuff, and they've had their problems too, but they've won two championships. So like honestly, it's Florida baseball to me is interesting because like spring training, everyone loves to be down here. Like everyone loves the weather. There's a lot of different stuff to do here, like you said. So that could be an issue, but they do get their fans to show up for the Lightning and the Ray and the Bucks, and I think the problem is the location because out here it's like in St. Pete. It's not even technically in Tampa. So and you have to cross a bridge, in St. Pete, and no one wants to do that, especially when you're not going to pay properly to put the right team on the field. So and they made some World Series runs. They lost twice, but they did make it, and they had a good stretch of making the playoffs consistently for a while too. They just never could get over the top because they don't have enough talent. Eventually, the dam breaks. Like you can only moneyball the shit for so long. Like the Billy B didn't win anything. Like the A's were a cool story, but what did they win? Nothing. The dam broke because you can't win a World Series like that. It's just not possible in today's game, really.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So like we talked about it your last episode, which is on here, about the Expos coming back. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that was a good little segment. Yeah.
That let's move on to another topic because I got you. Once again, we have Julian
Yeah.
Gallardi,
Go ahead.
worldbaseball.com. He is busy out there on spring training in Florida, the Grapefruit League. Obviously, we have the Cactus League out here, which he loved. He loved it, what did it, But Julian, tell me, while you've been out there, who have you seen and what has been shocking and surprising to you?
Okay, so I've been with just Tigers the 2 days. I will get to go to Steinbrenner tomorrow to finally see some Yankees stuff, which it seems like a while for me because I'm a Yankees guy. But like, I'm changing the script a little bit, like going when I can, when, and seeing like how I can move things differently. But I'm still paying attention to the Yankees and the Mets, obviously, because I'm based out of New Jersey, New York. So I'm gonna still do content with that. It's just like I'm I'm going towards the Tigers at this moment, and like I'm gonna do that when I can too. So I like to talk about all baseball, but like for the Tigers, there's two prospects we should pay attention to. So when we play this back and they end up being good, then we can say, okay, we had it here. So the first guy is the guy from Arizona Fall League. Let's start with him because he's the best prospect for the Tigers right now. He's actually ranked second in all baseball. It's a kid named Kevin McConaughey. He's a lefty hitter. He's not the biggest dude in the world. He's a shortstop, but he makes good contact. He's kind of like a throwback player. He doesn't like to strike out. He walks more than he Ks in the minors. He can steal bases, and he's got a lot of pop despite not being the biggest guy on the field. And he hits the ball hard. I think he's a really legitimate player, and he really has a desire to be great too. And I'll tell you something I think you'll like or dislike, but he really is into Chase Utley, and he grew up. He said he grew up around the Philly area, so he said Utley was one of his guys. But he's a good player, though I think, and he might end up debuting with them this season. He might even skip AAA because the Tigers had an injury in camp in the shortstop position that makes it easier for him to make the team now. The Tigers are hungry. They're trying to go to the next step. Like they've lost to ALDS the last 2 years in Game Five with Scooble on the mound, who's one of the best pitchers on the planet, and they still lost both those games. So like they're trying to get over that hump. Like they're a very good team. They're trying to be great now, and they've added some stuff from the edges that might enhance that. And that kid coming up could be part of it. Justin Verland's in return, like I said. But like the bigger additions, Framber Valdez, the guy was with the Astros, and he's won a World Series ring, so now he's in their rotation too. And they have a lot of talent, and there was a few guys playing hurt last year too. Like their lineup's very similar to what it was last year, but they will have some talent. And then the other guy I won't ramble about, but he's their second ranked prospect is Max Clark. He's an outfielder. I don't know if we see him this year, but he's pretty good too.
So okay, so you said a lot in that statement, and I appreciate it. So you really think that the Tigers are poised to be a threat this year,
Yeah,
like really
I
be
really
a
do.
serious threat?
Because you have to look at their season in like a vacuum, kind of. They were one of the best teams in the league in the first like 4 months plus, kind of. They had a horrible stretch, like the last 40 games, like that mid August to September tier. The bottom kind of fell out. But the reason why it did was because they didn't have the right rotation. But now they have a better rotation depth. That was part of it. Glaber Torres and Kerry Carpenter were two guys that ended up getting banged up and were playing hurt. They got some guys that the only issue is with the Tigers is they have a lot of hitters that are nothing, and that's why McConicle coming up might help that issue a little bit. So like when they're on, they're on, but when they're off, they're off. Like so, they had a bad stretch. They were off, and they also added Kenley Jansen, who's a good reliever, getting up there, but he's a potential Hall of Famer too, of Verlander, so he'll help them in the back end of the bullpen. And now they have a lot of guys in that rotation that can be starters and relievers, so like they have more versatility this year.
It's crazy to me that you are talking about Justin Verlander.
Yeah,
Justin Verlander. We had this conversation. We were off the air, by the way, and I was talking to Julian, and I'm like, "Isn't that guy like 40?" And he's like, "He's going to be 43 this year, I believe, is what you." And I'm like,
yeah, he just turned
"What
43.
is what?" I said, "Okay, so what are we doing here?" And Julian's like, "He's still got it. You got a chance to meet him. Is that correct?"
Yeah, so what's up to him? So he didn't look good in the first half of the year with the Giants last year, but in the second half he was back to his old self. His ERA was under 3. He figured it out somehow. So I don't know how much of that can translate with his age and like how much he will have left because you never know. It can go at any moment. He's 43. Like it can just be done. But the one thing that actually saves him, I think, which is going to be ironically cruel here, is that he actually had Tommy John like in 21 around. So I think that kind of gave him his second shelf life because like he kind of already had his arm blow out. So now he has like the reconstructed arm and he's
Yeah,
using
because
that.
Tommy John can go one way or the other.
It went the
You
right
know.
way for him. He actually was great when he came back. He was phenomenal. It looks like he never didn't miss a beat. So I
Okay.
mean, fortitude to him for the age and the rehab and still being able to do it like that. So I don't know how much he can literally go left, but he's chasing 300 wins. He has 38 left. He's the last guy that has any realistic shot to
Well,
do
he
it.
can't get 38 wins this year, so he has to
No,
come back
yeah, he
another.
would have to. Yeah, that's where it's gonna get tough. Like even if he puts up like 15 plus this year, he still would need like maybe even 3-ish. Like he said in the past, he's willing to go till he's 45. So I don't know if he'll actually end up doing that, but if he doesn't get hurt, I guess it's possible, right? Or if he's not just horrible, like because you never know, he might just start getting rocks that could just be over at any
Well,
instant. Like
that's
that's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying. Is where would that put him in history? Can you describe that? Where would that put him in?
If he got the 300 or just in general,
If he got to 300,
if he got the 300, then like he's he's probably a top 10 pitcher of all time if he gets to 300.
top
He
10.
yeah, and maybe one, and I would say like probably in the top 3 or 2 in the modern era. The only one I could definitely definitively say is better than him is probably Clayton Kershaw.
Okay.
And then Max Scherzer's close. So those are the big 3 of our era, the modern era now. Is like Scherzer, Verlander, and Kershaw.
That's incredible, Julian. That once again, guys, I can't thank Julian enough for coming on here. We take as much time as we can with him because we don't know. We're NFL guys here at the Joint. We're baseball guys, but we're NFL guys at the Joint. But at the same time, we're trying to be baseball guys. We're trying to be fair. Julian, I gotta ask you right now. I gotta ask you um a serious question about this, and we're gonna be talking about this in our next episode. But I need to know now
Okay, go ahead.
where does I'm gonna give you a rapid fire, and I have it right here.
Okay.
Where do these players rank today? As far as well, for the sake of the program, we're gonna say great or not. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start out. Alex Rodriguez.
Great.
Okay, Barry Bonds,
Phenomenal.
Mark McGuire,
Nah, that's sold.
Sammy Sosa,
Better than McGuire, but under the other 2.
Griffey,
top tier.
Machado.
Really Hall of Fame trajectory. Like he's right there.
Okay, that was my little segment there. I don't want to push it too much. Julian, the next thing I just have for you, and this is a whole different episode that we're going to be doing. So, give me a second. Welcome to the joint. We have pictures with Julian Gallardi in baseball. WorldBaseball.com, Julian Gallardi, reporter right here. He is busy, so I am so thankful to have him on the joint right now. Very thankful to have him. Thank you, Julian, for being here.
Of course, I mean this has been a fun segment, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going. And let's
Um,
see what you got.
Julian, pitchers, and I know I'm not going to ask you for your top 10 pitchers, but what is it about? You're looking forward. Julian is in Florida right now. You're looking forward. You said you might get to see one of my favorite pitchers of all time, and that's the Pettit, the Andy Pettit.
Yes.
I like. Who have you gotten to see that are Hall of Famers? Not even Hall of Famers yet, but who have you gotten to see that you've been excited about down in Florida?
Okay. Well, Justin Verlander, obviously, like we said, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, so that's really cool. Andy Pettit, if I get to see him, will be great too. I've seen Rod Guidry before in Florida, the Gator. He's not a Hall of Famer, but really great Yankee and like all-time legend right there. I definitely am looking forward to and Kenley Jensen, another one. He might be a Hall of Famer, like I said earlier. Like he's in the Tigers camp now. Tariq Schoolball has won back-to-back Cy Youngs. He might get a three-peat, and he's about to get the biggest contract in baseball history for a pitcher when the if and when whenever the lockout thing gets resolved.
Wow,
Whenever I watch him, I'm in awe, and I just want to see greatness. So I've got to see him today, and I've like spoken with him before. And then
bigger
if you
than
want,
Otani?
well, on pitching, yeah, Schoolball's a better pitcher than Otani. Yeah, easily. I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Okay.
The one guy who I didn't see in Florida, but I think he's great, is Paul Skeens. Is phenomenal too. The Pittsburgh guy, for 2 years in, he's a great pitcher. But if you want me to look into Florida, like the stuff I've seen over the past, like maybe Hall of Famers, like in the Yankees camp, I have seen Sparky Lyle before. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he was a Cy Young winner. Bucky Dent is another guy who was a Yankee I've seen at camps before. I did see Carlos Beltran over the offseason. He just gone to the Hall of Fame,
Three
but
two
not in
pitch
Florida.
ass. Go ahead.
And he's going there with a Mets hat too, which you're not gonna like either.
Nice.
But
I'm back.
yeah, so like there's definitely been Garrett Cole could be a Hall of Famer for sure. He's on that track. He just had the Tommy John though. I've seen him with the Yankees. Obviously, CC I've seen before in multiple different settings, and he's in the Hall of Fame. So I'm trying to think if there's any other guys like Hall of Fame pitchers I've seen in Florida. Like there's in Yankees camp over the years. There's got to be a few more, I'm sure. Tigers is just like the ones I gave you, probably. Like those would be the three. I went to Mets camp last year too, but I don't think I saw any Hall of Fame pitchers in Mets camp. I have seen Ron Darling before, but not Hall of Fame, but very good, and obviously helped them win that ring in 1986. So that was noteworthy too. So those are a few.
So here's my main question about this. That's great. It's great that you've been down there in the Grapefruit League. I'm here in the Cactus League. Julian, and we're gonna have more of Julian. Let me give me a second because I'm gonna split this up. So give me a second.
Let me grab a water quick.
Yeah, you're good. Bro, I like this program. You should have told me about this earlier. We could have. I think as long as you can send this to me, it'll be easy.
All right.
As long as you can send this to me, I like this program. I'll pay for it. As
Yeah,
long
I
as
could send it to you.
I
Yeah.
just need to. Well, if you can send, you got to send me this video because I got to edit it.
You know, I'm
But
gonna do it
as
when we're
long as
done.
you,
Yeah.
as long as that works, Yeah, I'll pay for the program. It's good. I like it. I like it better than doing Zoom. This makes sense.
Yeah, it's been cool.
And you can do your whole like side screen thing. I got to learn how to do that. Like that's really cool. Um all right, we're going to go to I'm going to get everything I can get out of you towards so we're going to go towards what you've seen right now, top prospect candidates, and then I think we can go in maybe an out after that. But I'm
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
I'm breaking this up into like six, seven. I'm trying to get us to March. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's why
Oh,
I'm
okay.
asking you so much stuff. I'm trying to get it towards Julian
I'll give
Gallardi's
you one
back.
more thing about the lockout too, like to end it. Like I can give you a prediction of like what I think happens or something. Like we can see like how
Okay,
close I
that's
come.
fine.
I guess.
That's fine. I'm just trying to get it so that it's building, because you're going to be building. April is going to be our uh, MLB plus Devil Wears Prada. Devil Wears Prada comes out May 1st. We're going to be out in front of the movie theaters asking people like that's when I'm going to use the mic I told you. Like
Oh wow.
that's when
Okay.
I'm going to use this and I'm going to be on the phone with them like so it's MLB plus movie mixture. So you see the strategy here. There is a method to my madness. But okay, here we go. I will give you the thing about the lockout, and then give me a second. I did have something I wanted to ask you.
You were talking about prospects. I can give you more prospects too.
Yeah, give me some different teams
Yeah.
that um you think will improve this year.
Okay. Well, the Pirates, as much as I ripped them,
Give
actually
me,
think they will
give me
be
a second.
better.
Don't say it now. I'm
Oh
not.
fuck.
Give me a
Sorry.
second. I want to edit it so it's like perfect. So here we go. Okay. And we are back with another episode with Julian Galari. I want to hear. He talked about the teams that they're overspending. I think, and it's crazy to me. It's wild, stupid world. But Julian, what are the teams? What? Why should I watch? Honestly, why should I watch? What teams have improved? Who are the prospects that might help their team make a run in this big market league?
I think the Pirates have improved a lot, actually. Not to the point like that they're going to be world beaters, but they can maybe sneak into the playoffs if all goes well. They have a prospect that he's graded the best on all systems. He's a 70 out of 80, and 80 is like impossible to get. So you look at the top 100, he's first. He's ranked the 70 grade. He's a shortstop. He's like 19 or 20. He's came out of high school. He's lived up to the bill, and he was a top pick and everything. Like he's been phenomenal for them, and there's a chance he could break camp with the team. So I think he's a dude that I'm really going to pay attention to. And then if we go to the Yanks, there's a kid named Carlos Legrande who's starting tomorrow. He throws 103 miles an hour, and he
Who
also
cares
has
about
he
whatever?
also has some breaking stuff too, and he's like a 6'7" guy, righty. So I think he's a dude to watch for the Mets. Like I do like this kid Jonah Tong still. We saw him a little bit last. He's actually Canadian and Asian, so that's a rare mix, obviously. But he's very good with secondaries. His fastball's not going to light up the gun, but like he has good command, like his pitches. He just has to refine some stuff and maybe make a few things sharper. But he showed in moments what he could do. He led the minors in strikeouts last year. So that's a few guys. And then the Diamondbacks a kid too. I want to see if Jordan Lawler could figure it out. He was a highly touted prospect, but he hasn't been going the right way. So he's kind of make or break for him. I just want to see if he can put it together.
All right, Julian, you let's go back. I know I didn't tell you that I was going to say this, but like let's go back to your Super Bowl predictions. I asked you the question of will the MVP be a quarterback this year? And you said no. But you had a great prediction. It was your third guess. obviously you went with the wide receiver for Seattle, and you said Seattle was going to win the title, which okay, everybody was pretty on board with that. I want to follow up on your review right now. You said it's going to be a defensive game. Talk about that. Do you think it
Yeah,
was a defensive game?
I mean, it's tough to fully say. It was a one-sided defensive game because the Patriots didn't play that great at defense in the second half. But I mean, like, I did have Kenneth Walker as a pick on another thing. I don't think I
You
gave
did
you
have
Ken.
Kenneth
I did
Walker as your
mention
third
Kenny
pick.
Walker, yeah.
That is crazy.
So like, I wasn't that surprised. I guess I just didn't feel like a quarterback MVP was the move that game. I was into Darnold. I figured he wasn't going to be like the main reason why, but he did what he had to do, and he made it. So I definitely think that it was interesting how it comes out. I mean, it was a struggle in the first half. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I guess you could because like the Patriots couldn't do anything, and then the Seahawks also had the scoop and score. So I guess from that aspect it was, but like hey, it was Ben. I mean, they did everything they could because the offense was doing nothing. It was a defensive game, but it was close to it. I would say. I don't know how you feel about it.
No, I think that you were very spot on for somebody from the baseball world. I'm not saying you don't know about football, but you did kind of predict. Your third prediction was maybe Kenneth Walker. In
Yeah.
that video, if you guys go and look back at our first interview with Julian from WorldBaseball.com, you look back and Julian's third pick is Kenneth Walker as maybe MVP, but he does say no, it won't be a quarterback. So he did get it right on that. He did get it right on that. And so I want to know what was your what was since we did talk about the Super Bowl, how did you feel about it?
I guess it kind of went how I expected almost because everything I said kind of came correct. I was like, the Patriots are frauds. They showed to be frauds. I was like, the Seahawks are going to be too much for them. The Seahawks were too much for them. But like, was I surprised a little bit how ugly it was? I guess like it could have been a little bit closer. Like there was a moment the Patriots had a life and then the turnover happened and that killed all that. But like, I guess I'm surprised how bad the Patriots offense looked to a certain extent because it was really unwatchable, honestly. It was even worse than I thought it would look. Like I didn't think it was going to be great, but they were terrible. The thing that
Yeah.
surprised me was that how bad Josh McDaniels was. I think that was the worst game of his career. He was absolutely terrible. He made zero adjustments, as you would know. Like, what did he try to do to fix it? He did nothing. Will Campbell is
He
getting
normally
black.
makes adjustments. That's the thing. Is Josh McDaniels is Josh McDaniels during the off season, during the season, and then he kicks into like 3.5 mode during the playoffs. And
Yeah.
I didn't see 3.5 mode. There was nothing there.
Yeah, and like Will Campbell was going to beat the whole game. And they didn't even give him any help the whole game, and he was getting abused by like the Seahawks D line nonstop. And they did nothing to protect that at all. They just kept letting, and they kept letting it happen. Like Mike Vrabel was not good in the Super Bowl either, if we're being honest, because he did. What did he do to really help? Nothing, honestly. Like the second half was just as bad as the first. In reality, like it was very surprising to see them just like not do anything different. But I also think they just didn't have the skill to beat Seattle. Like you look across the offense, like how is
Uh-huh.
that offense going to score on the Seahawks? Really, just
Uh-huh.
wasn't really there. Like the Seahawks skill position players, like I said, are better. Like they're way better, and that showed itself in the game.
So now I'm getting you out of world of baseball for a minute because I
Okay.
love having you guys once again. Julian Gallardi, worldofbaseball.com. He writes for it. It's great. I love advertising his stuff because he does put a lot of thought into what he does. And so my question is for you is that do the Patriots get better in the draft? Can they get better in the draft? Can they make it back? Can this be is this a, I mean you talked about Drake May and but can they do it again? Like
No.
is this is New England back?
I said yes and no, and it's still like they're back to a certain extent, but they're not going back to Super Bowl next year. You could play this back again, and they won't be back in the Super Bowl when we fast forward this,
Okay.
because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But so far I was pretty good. It's because the path was there for them this year. Like this was their easiest route to the Super Bowl they're ever gonna have. Like they faced no resistance to get to the bowl, basically. Like there was nothing that was obstructing them from making it in
You're
theory
saying
to the
the
Super Bowl.
Pats team is not as talented. So if you're going to say that the team is not as talented as you think they are, Julian, I would like a record prediction of what where they will be at.
Whether they finish it this year in the regular season,
Yeah.
how many wins did they have this year? 13 or
Yeah,
14?
how many well,
Trying to think quick.
let's look that up. We can take the time to look that up really
Yeah,
quick.
it's not that I don't think they can get better, but I think the league around them is going to get better, and they got very lucky with how it went. But I think they can improve, but also take a step back. Like you've seen those situations before, like where the team adds talent and it just
Hey,
doesn't quite.
hold off. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit this.
I think they were 13. I should have known, but I'm
Predicted
like,
record. Uh, I'm gonna edit this. So 14-3 they were
that's not
this year,
happening. There's no way that's happening again.
and they don't have the NFL schedule out again. So
But
14-3. So and the
zero, no
Seahawks are
shot.
14-3.
They have a better
So
chance of maintaining it than the Patriots do. But they will have some challenges too with free agency and whatnot. And Charbonnet's out for the year, so that's going to hurt them.
all
But
right, bro. I'm getting everything because I want a whole week of you. I want you on a whole week. I'm gonna keep cutting
all
this
right,
down. That's why that way you don't, because then it leads to you in March. As soon as we
okay, let's
start
go.
March, you're every Wednesday, every Wednesday, every Wednesday. That's what you're gonna be. I'm giving you a boost to get people used to seeing you, and
That's
like
cool.
there it is. Like, and I'm acting like an idiot sometimes because I'm acting like Pat McAfee a little bit because I am the NFL guy, not the baseball guy. So I do know some stuff, but I'm like, let me let Julian do it. Like, let me throw it to him. Like, Pat knows some stuff,
Well,
so
I need
he's
your help with football too. Like I don't know all the football stuff, so it's like
no, it's
similar.
fine. And have I been doing that? Have I been
Yeah,
good?
yeah, of
I've been
course. I
trying to
mean,
give you. I don't throw you things where I expect. I'm trying to throw you questions where I know you can just no stats. I don't want stats. That's what ESPN does. They do
yeah,
stats, stats.
I've been
Stuff
light
is,
with it.
and it's
Yeah,
so boring. It's so I don't want to hear. I want to hear personal. Like I personally saw this player. Blah blah blah.
yeah,
So here we
you
go.
know,
Okay, back in. Once again, we are back with Julian Gallardi from World Baseball. We are talking about football a little bit. We're getting into my world because my world's a little crazy right now with the draft. It is a little crazy with the draft and what's going on. But I wanted to talk to Julian about Mike Evans a little bit. When you get to a certain point in your career, Mike Evans said he will be returning. He will be returning. But it might not be with the Buccaneers. What do you think Mike Evans should do? And do you think teams, this is where the cap comes involved, do you think
yeah,
teams should bend to Mike Evans? Or Mike Evans said, I just want to play. He never said that he's committing to Tampa. So
that's
what should
true.
Mike Evans do? You think in your mind he has won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady? What do you think Mike Evans and what do you think is the best team for him as a wide receiver when he says, I just want to play football?
Okay, it's an interesting one because he's a Hall of Fame receiver, obviously, and his streak just got broke of 1,000 yards last year because he was hurt a lot. He's gonna walk into Canton when he's done, no matter what decision he makes this year. So it's a question of does he want to have that legacy of being a forever Buck and being one of the great? Well, he is one of their greatest players, no matter what. Honestly, you can make a case he's
No
their
matter
best
what.
offense. He's probably their best offensive player of all time. I think I can't think of anyone who's better than him. hand that was there that much. Like, was there some people in short spurts that might have been better, maybe, but like he's definitely their best offensive player of all time. Obviously, has all the receiving records. So like it depends. Does he just want to have that forever Buck legacy? He wins the Super Bowl, he walks into the Hall of Fame, and that could be fine. And that might be the route I would advise him to go, honestly, because like he doesn't have to chase that ring, really. I mean, does he want to go out on top? I'm sure. Are the Bucks going to win the Super Bowl? Probably not. If he wants to go ring chasing, I guess like I'll say Buffalo's obviously a choice if they can make that work because Allen needs somebody and he's somebody. And he would still be better than what they have now. Anything else on that roster, probably in the receiver room, I would think, as long as he's healthy. If we want to take another shot with him, do you send him to New England because they need a body, and that would enhance them? If you keep him in that division, do you want to send him to Baltimore? Baltimore's always liking to get the veteran guys and like go over and try to get the last thing out of them.
I'm gonna throw you a wrench. I'm gonna throw you something that no one's talking about. What about CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans?
That would be interesting, and he has the Texas ties, so I see why you brought that up. And he needs somebody too, because CJ Stroud's a guy that, like, you probably agree with me. He's not going to put you over the top. He needs everything to be good around him. I think he's proven that, unfortunately for them. Like, he's not going to be a pusher, but he can get you through if you have enough. The Texans didn't have enough. Like, they lost Tank Dell. That was huge. Tank Dell was massive for him. Nico Collins can only do so much. Like he's on an island. Like who else is playing with Nico Collins? Like he doesn't have anyone else. And the run game wasn't what it was supposed to be because Joe Mixon is not healthy. So CJ needs help offensively. So that's a good option actually too. Would you like to see him with your boy Justin Herbert? Maybe they could use a body.
I think that the Chargers are about
Yeah,
youth
probably not. Yeah,
and up and coming. Yeah, I think they're about youth and up and coming. So I don't think that that's a good. Mike Evans is look. Mike Evans is a guy that's probably going to say, "Hey, I don't need to do much at training camp." What coach is willing to let Mike Evans kind of, "Hey, you don't have to do as much at train." I think that's where he is at this point. I
yeah. I
don't
feel.
know about that, but I think he's at this point where
Yeah, I can
he
see
won't
it.
say it, but I think that it's openly known. Hey, I know what I'm doing. I shouldn't have to report at this camp. I'm pretty solid. Like, I'm coming in. That's where I feel like
Yeah,
he's at. Like, like,
I can
hey, like
see that. Yeah.
I'm at the end. I'm here to help, but like, don't put me through the rigor of
I
like,
have two. I have two other NFC teams that might interest you with
go
him.
ahead.
What about the Packers or 49ers for him?
I think he's going to be asked to do a lot at the Packers.
Yeah,
That's
Packers.
the
Yeah, it's
problem.
too much. Yeah, before it's too much. Yeah,
He needs to be.
Shanahan might let him chill. Maybe
I, I mean, he can't. 49ers, like,
they could use a
once
body in
again,
the
like I
receiver room.
said, it's not. Who is the second? He needs another guy that people are scared of.
Oh yeah,
They're scared
49ers.
to
Yeah,
not, like, for
Kittle got
instance,
hurt too. Yeah, it's not the right answer. I forgot that Kittle got banged
if
up.
it, I'm just, he needs somebody like Schmitty, Devon Schmidt, Devontae
Yeah,
Schmidt
yeah. No, I hear you
that
there.
is scared, and then he suddenly gets open. You're so nervous
Yeah,
about letting
I thought about
the
Eagles a little
fast,
bit too. Yeah.
the fast receiver, and I'm just using it because that's my team. But
No,
I'm
I get
saying
it.
you're
Yeah.
nervous about he's no longer the threat. But if you focus on the other threat so much, you forgot about Mike
I have a
Evans.
crazy one for you. I don't know if they could
Go
do it. It
ahead.
probably wouldn't happen. What about the Lions?
That makes sense.
I
That
just
makes a
thought I
lot
just
of
put the
sense.
pieces together.
If you can't do that, Julian, that's a great, once again, Julian Gallardi, worldofbaseball.com, just made an extremely crazy announcement. Maybe Mike Evans to the Lions is what gets the Lions over. If you can't do it with that, Dan Campbell's got to go. And you said it, and I asked
Yeah.
you, was this Dan Campbell's last season to do it? And you said, yeah.
I think
If he
so.
doesn't get it right, it's over. So go
I
ahead.
think he's got to figure it out. Like, I mean, last year was an abject failure for them. Like, they had so much talent, and like they had injuries on defense and stuff. But like, the reason why I put the Evans pairing together with them was because like you kind of clicked the brain. I was thinking about it too, but then I kind of walls off with the Packers and 49ers. Then you got me back on the path because like the Lions have Amon Ra and the Lions have Jameson Williams, and they have Sam Laporta when he's healthy. Like, if you put Evans in the fold with that, then like he can get lost in the folds, and that could be pretty dangerous. And that
Is it
Lions
dash and
offense,
smash? What is their dash and smash or something and
yes,
smash?
it's isn't it Sonic and Knuckles?
Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. There we
Well, Gibbs, they're gonna give him big deal to. Apparently, I just see something about that they're trying to get Gibbs a lot of money. The only issue is I don't know if the Lions can make that work financially, but if they really wanted to, they probably could. It's only a 1 year deal, so they could probably get creative with it if they wanted to. I guess. I know they have some work to do with the cap, and I think isn't Monty a free agent too? Don't they have to bring him back? I think Montgomery's free, right?
He is a free agent. Yes.
Yeah, so like, I mean, Gibbs is kind of like the engine, but without Monty, he's not quite the same. So I don't know if Monty's going to want to pursue a better opportunity to get more work, or if he wants to try to finish his business with the Lions. Like, that'll be interesting to see. But if they let Monty go, that does bring some space in for Evans because you wouldn't have to pay Monty, and then you could use some of that money for Evans maybe. Like that, would you rather that? Like, I don't know, because then you're losing part of the running game, so that's a little bit tougher.
But you did say so. So let's go over predictions. Julian Gallardi. We're gonna go over baseball predictions when it's done in March. So wait, hold on. And so we're here with Julian Gallardi. Thank you so much, Julian, by the way, for taking the time. We really appreciate it. I know you're extremely busy right now with World of Baseball. He's going to be here for March Madness. I want to kind of and March Madness for us is March Madness is baseball. Baseball. We are going to be talking every Wednesday at least about what is going on so that I can predict. I'm going to predict who's winning their division. If I get this right, Julian has said already, this is they need to change something up because
Yeah,
I don't watch. I don't have a subscription. I might get a subscription, but I don't have a subscription to MLB Network or any of that kind of stuff. Because I'm a casual fan. But we have Julian here, and now I have. I'm gonna wrap it up with him, and we're wrapping it up. Next episode, Julian is going to give his best hitters, top 10 hitters that make you stand out of your seat. And
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
it'll
when
be
they hit
good.
the ball, you get out of your seat and you are up in the like it's like he's got it. So we're both going to give both of our reviews on that, and then Julian's going to give more about the Grapefruit League. Like I said, I hope he covers the cactus a little bit. I can't do that for you guys. That's not really my area of expertise.
Yeah,
But
it's
if we
like,
can get somebody who's covering cactus, it would be great to have on the show. I don't know if Julian can do something about that, but right now we'll cover the Grapefruit League. I'm
yeah,
excited. Go
to
ahead.
to keep it a stack with you, like it's gonna be tough because I'm doing World Baseball stuff too. Like the World WBC is also happening, so I don't have any time for the Cactus League. I just don't see it at all. Like it's just not really. I'm just gonna have to watch clips. Like I don't really know what else to do about that.
See,
I'm
you see
covering
that?
three. Like I'm doing Tigers, Yankees, Little Mets, and like it's
He
and
doesn't
then
care about
like
that.
WBC. It's not that I don't care. It's just like I don't have the capacity to add that onto the docket right now. I don't think because the World Up Baseball Classic is also part of March Madness.
Who's watching that, by the way? Who is watching that? I don't. I don't.
W, it's sick. I mean, it's probably more for the Latin countries, honestly. Like they probably like it more than we do, and like the Latinos and like me and I am Latino, obviously, but like
Have you
I was
watched the
born here.
Olympics at all?
a little bit when I can, like here and there. Like I'll see it when it's on, kinds of like I want to see the hockey game on Sunday, but we'll have to see. But no, the WBC is huge in like Puerto Rico, Venezuela, like Dominican Republic, like and all those countries. America's into it too because like they're trying to beat Japan and like they lost to Japan last time. Japan's actually really into the WBC. They've won the most titles and there's Korea's involved and like it's a lot of teams in Europe too. So it's gonna be a very fun event, and it'll kind of take away some of the focus from spring training when it's going on.
Well, I appreciate you, Julian, for being here. And thanks for hanging in there. We had some issues, guys. Like I said, we're still getting the rotation used to this. So enjoy the content that you do get. I'm with, Julian Golevi from worldbaseballsports.com, and we are out of the joint. That's basically where we're at. We're out. But I want to say this: Julian will be back in March with March Madness, and we're going to be talking about who's doing well. And I'm going to hold his feet to the fire here at the joint. If he says somebody's doing well, and then I go, well, Julian, back in April, you said they're going to be good, and they're ass. Yeah, we're holding your feet to the fire, Julian, on that one.
That's fair, and we'll see my prospects how they do. We'll be tracking them for sure. So I gave you four prospects. I didn't give any major guys yet, so we'll have to do that next time. But I'll give you major league players that can go up and down
Well,
too,
that's
maybe.
cool. We'll do that
Yeah.
when you come back in March. Thank you so much, Julian. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Like that's Julian Gallardi. He's in Florida right now, covering all of the Grapefruit League and the teams, and really knows his stuff. Me, I'm here in Arizona, not covering the Cactus League. I am going to be out in the open about my predictions. I don't know. Don't bet anything on what I say, but if you do and it wins, oh, you never know. It could happen, but don't bet anything I say.
Yeah, you
Listen to
might do better than
Julian.
you think.
Go ahead. What you say?
I said you might be better than you think. You never know, like you said. And
You never know.
I might be
But
awful. You never know.
for Martin Saquon Novak, Julian Gallardi, thank you guys so much for watching this channel. And by the way, if you have any comments, drop them down in the link below, or you can go to, which the graphic will come up, changeupcreative.com. And Julian will be with us next Wednesday in March, the first Wednesday in March. He will be with us and giving us an update about what he has seen, what he hasn't seen, what the players he has had a chance to meet. And we'll also have a bonus episode, I believe, of Julian Gallardi and the players that he's met and his reaction and how much
Oh,
he's
that'll be
enjoyed
good.
meeting
Yeah.
meeting these players. He has a great job. Guys, thank you so much. Bye bye.
All right.